It was so good the first time. We had to run it back. 1-0. Welcome back to the Age of Empires 4 action. We are once again on Socotra for an Outback Octagon free rule set community game. That's right. You could be participating right now. If you're watching this later on YouTube or you're watching live on Twitch right now, when we do these streams, we invite people from the community to come in and play. And we've got a nice girthy width of gamers here. We've got, I think, 1 or 2 conks in this lobby. We've got some plats. I think we have 1 or 2 golds. Hosen has been conk ranked before. Fatblop, I believe, reached Diamond. And Northern, if I'm not mistaken, might be conk as well. I have to double check that one. This guy has already been in official scrim lobbies with some of the absolute top players that we'll be playing in Outback Octagon. So this is going to be a fun one. We've got Fatblop in the yellow, really far up playing as Mongols. Rough one for him because there's no trade post on Socotra, baby. On top of that, we've got DD27A on the Japanese in the orange. Teal is going to be Hosen. Hosen, if you don't know, he's the guy who makes a lot of different mod packs. He actually creates some custom civs. The 4 custom civs that have been added to the game, like Vietnam, Scandinavia, were all coded by him. Really talented guy as the H in the teal. And then over here, we're going to have Boy trying not to get eliminated first for once in these games. In the pink as the Ayubids. Then it's going to be Donkelberg, what a bloody name, playing in the purple as the Chinese. Red is going to be Fanino as the English. And wait, did... He doesn't know! Oh no, he doesn't know! Wait, guys, this is a scouting boat, right? This is intentional by Fanino. So there's no fish on Socotra, for those that didn't know. To round us out, we are, of course, going to have blue being Z44 hashtag 5117. I think that's because he's an Xbox user, right? Oh, man. Dude. Guys, what if this was intentional by Fanino? It's very cost efficient as a scout to see where your enemies are at. Because a scout would cost you 70 food. But a fishing boat with the English only costs you 67 wood. Right now, you're all laughing at Fanino going, hee hee, what a noob. But he's not a noob. He's a genius. Between the fishing boat and the Marine Lord spawn, this guy might be the long-lost child of Marine Lord. That would suggest that Marine Lord has touched... No, I'm not going to go down that route. A lot of deer, a lot of gold, a lot of wood. This is a really good spawn. Quite claustrophobic, but far out of the way. Fanino's in a good spot here overall. Elsewhere, like I'm looking at what else we've got on the map. Mongol's got a decent spawn in the corner. He's got the Ayyubid to work with over here. Double gold's quite nice. Nice and campy central placement here for DD. The double gold. Mwah! Beautifully done. And oh my god, the berries. Berries are so important here, guys. I don't think DD even built a scout. No, he decided scouts are for losers. Because, for example, Fanino, he built one and he lost it. Which is technically the most astute definition of loser. Yeah, he died underneath Green's TC. So Northern got a nice little donation of sheep there. He's going in for the Abbey of Kings build, so playing for that kind of methodical strategy. The cool thing when you get free-for-all spawns like this on a map this small, Abbey of Kings is even better because you can still go into lombos and then you can poke, retreat, heal. It's like having the old campfire that the English used to have. And oh, please tell me I'm not the only one whose toes just curled slightly. The jackpot has been cracked. That is that double 8 stack? What? So that's 132, right? I think it's 132 food. And then like a little bit of wood. But the food is huge here. Especially considering Z44 only has 6 sheep. Sorry, 8 in total. He's playing those wham type spawns. It's not a fun game for him right now. Elsewhere, purple looking pretty good. Donkelberg has 4... Wait, no, that's the villagers. You can't eat them. Yeah, maybe we'll add cannibals to the game. Only 8 sheep for him as well. Yeah, kind of tough for a few players here. Pink got 9, which is surprising considering he shouldn't have had to have come home due to the fact he's got berries nearby. Yeah, berry civs are just really good on Socotra, guys. There's so many berries pushed together. The other civ is, of course, Juji for this reason right here. First tick, and he's already at 30 food. So this is going to be 120 food from the meditation garden, right? That's insane. All right, who's envious? Be honest right now. One's in chat if you wish you got spawns like this. It's okay. You can be jealous of him. Z44 is just built different. It took 5,116 versions of him to get it right. But when he did, he's unstoppable. Kurosawa's coming through as well, so it looks like Orange not going to try any cheeky shenanigans with ninjas. Ninjas don't really work that well in free-for-alls. They just don't scale quick enough. Right? It takes a long time to get them up to a point where they feel sustainable. Council Hall, on the other hand, kind of interesting for Nino. This guy. For Nino's got to be... I'm going to put a number out there. And don't feel offended if I'm wrong these numbers. I think for Nino is maybe Plat. Oh, wow. Okay, I was giving a compliment. I feel like Plat level will still do this Council Hall. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've shifted over to... Wait, no, I am right. Dude, I smashed it. He is Plat 1, ranked 9,620th in the world after 230 games. I was so on point. Yeah, down at like Plat, this is probably still going to be the go-to. I think once you get up to Diamond, that's where the Abbey of Kings build takes over because 2TC feels so easy for the English. This game might be so easy for Northern. Look at this. Already striking in. A nice blocker on the food. And this is actually double whammy. So really big problem in this game for Z44. The longbows aren't only harassing his economy, they're also disrupting the peace here. So this ridiculous meditation garden isn't yielding anywhere near as much as it should. And the longbows are already finding their targets. Big mistake made there. Z44 not respecting the range that Green has at his disposal. Wow, several villages going to be going down there. Looks like he's going to be able to complete it in the end. Look to garrison inside, but the longbows can now just step away. And remember, that outpost only has 6 tower range compared to the 7. And you're still like in an awkward situation until you get your hands on hand cannon slits, which he can't do because the stone is all on the east side here. Yeah, really good beginning for him. And of course, he does now have the king to just heal him as he circles the base. Elsewhere, things are a lot more calm and calculated. Northern is just sweating it up. I feel bad for these Plat players that keep spawning next to my conks. You know, okay, so I kind of wish there was a way to expose rank in-game in the UI. So, like, players would load in, and they'd see everyone's ranks, and they could immediately go, oh my god, Northern's conk, kill him. It would be kind of a nice balancing tool, you know? Because you can be, like, the best player in the game, but when 4 golds come for you at once, you're dead. Villagers being sniped. This is getting rough, man. Also, Zhuganu aren't great against longbows. This is a classic one, if you remember, guys. When Zhuji first came out, it was discovered quite quickly the hardest counter in the game was English. I wonder, are we reaching a point where the others are going to face off? Because I'm noticing teal, orange, and pink are way too close together. So this is clearly going to escalate into war. Boy already rushed into Castle Age. He's got the first Camel Lance coming out, and Hosin has a problem here. He hasn't gone up yet. In fact, he's not ready to yet. He gathered way too much gold and not enough food. This is going to be a crippling timing because the Camel Lancers, especially if Boy preps the blacksmiths, will be able to consistently dive into this base. Yeah, Hosin's not playing an RTS as much as he's playing a tower defense game. Bro, he's already dead. This is like the most unnecessary white tower I think I've seen today. And I've seen like 3 English games. I mean, he's going to build the TCs behind it, right? Like, I get the thought process because now if he got backstabbed, he'd be safe. Kind of crazy, right? To see this type of build where you go for castle first, then go for the TCs, but it's pretty effective. Camel Lance is just as effective at diving the base. Hosin's in trouble, man. He's got pretty much what he needs to go into Castle Age. He just doesn't have the breathing room to do so yet. Instead, second player to make it up is going to be Green over here. How's Red looking? Yeah, this is kind of rough. Red did build in the Council Hall. He actually decided to go north side onto Donkelberg, who has a grand total of no military unit. Oh, no. This is greedy. It's greedy, and what's also worrying is he's not really far ahead for it. Right? 33 villages in this game where you've won 2 TC with Song Dynasty doesn't really feel that impactful. For a start, it looks like Donkelberg hasn't been utilizing the Imperial officials fully, and if I'm not mistaken... Okay, that was just the auto rally being weird. His taxman was just standing at the TC. I thought he was trying to supervise it for a second there. Oh no, and Orange is joining... Wait, is he really getting rushed by... It's a feudal age Japanese player. Guys, those aren't castle units. This guy is building Onibigisha, Spears, and Yumi. Out of all the ways an HRE player could die. Samurai as well? What's going on? Oh my god, the clown fiesta in this one. The green is pretty cushy for the moment. He's got his king now on the white tower. More than safe. Z44 has stabilized a bit. But he's very limited on space, very limited on long-term resource. It's going to be a problem here, especially wood in this game. And he just discovered, I don't think he realized the white tower was that close to him. What am I witnessing in this game? DD278 is like, wow, towers are really OP, you're right. Let me just build 5 of them, and then we can just hit your outpost 750 times. Because, you know, same things. This is like when your friend tells you that that guy is slightly taller than you, and you're not having any of it. You're like on tiptoe, like building this many outposts is the equivalent of being on tiptoes when you're back to back with him, just to try and be a little bit taller. I may have done that at my best friend's wedding when someone highlighted that I was taller than him, and he didn't believe it. So then we went back to back. He's never going to see this. It's fine. And I just tiptoed up, and the person's like, oh my god, he is taller. And for the rest of the evening, my best friend just thought this guy was an idiot. I'm proud of that. Men-at-Arms now out. Hosen is proudly still alive, but for how much longer? Rams are now coming in. The Camel Lance account is escalating, and that is a sustainable and reliable solution to this Men-at-Arms count, which is already looking underwhelming, even with the Burgrave play from Hosen. Rams already forcing it out. The E-Repairs was already used, and now the farms could be in trouble. That's going to be expensive here. Has to vacate the area. Rams instead are going to head over to the additional outpost, which is building a screen replacement. That's going to be waste because you do not have E-Repairs to keep it alive. Men-at-Arms coming to try and defend, but the Camel Lances with the charge in. We're to contest, and now the second group goes on the west side. Villagers having to migrate the area, trying to get towards safety, but there's just simply not enough room in the base. Outpost goes down. 15 villagers are safe, but the rest are dead. Hossein, more like insane right now, putting himself in this sticky situation between two. He has to be ripping his hair out. Oi, oi, oi. I mean, he's dead. Funnily enough, Boy isn't happy with the one. He's rippled over into the Japanese base. Yeah, this is the signs of a man that tried sushi once in his life and almost choked to death on it. Anytime he sees something Japanese related, he swings out at it. He can't help it. Rams have at least been splintered, but at this point, Hosen is just dead. There's nothing to work with here. No income whatsoever. So Burgrave maybe gets 1 minute arms out if you're lucky. That's not going to do anything for you. Elsewhere on the map, it looks like green is close to just finishing blue off. Blue prepped 5 Rams, but he's still in age 2. Meanwhile, look at what we got over here. We've got men-at-arms coming out. Now, they are early men-at-arms, but I think Northern is just kind of warming the waters before he builds a racks and upgrades to veterancy. And upgrades to veteran. And please upgrade to the veterancy. Guys, just a reminder, this guy is Conk. Even Conk players can forget upgrades. I feel like I should have a poster somewhere that says that, you know? Very inspirational stuff. And then you have a picture of a specific pro that never gets upgrades. Okay, that got toxic. I wouldn't do that to them. Unless... Fat Flop. Tech up complete. I love the fact he's already prepped. Wait, is that... I don't think that's enough room. Oh, that was... Wait, was that the Uvu? That must have been an Uvu. Imagine if that was actually what he thought he needed for a White Stupa. Oh, no. Alright, guys. Left to right, Fatblot being 1 and Fonina being 8. Put your prediction in. Who do you think is now going to win this? Because look at the predictions. People bet on pink. That was it. 100% of the votes went on to Boy. I wonder if they wish they could get a refund right now. Meditation Garden is now giving a grand total of 0. Not such an OP landmark anymore. Boy, in the meantime, is close to claiming his first scalp. Flash coming in. Northern He's fully upgraded now. Those are beefy men-at-arms, no armor clad, but even without that, more than good enough because they're mitigating as much damage as you can from the Zhugnu. Rams also now starting to shuffle in and wait. There is a counterattack coming, but it's only the Rams here. So it's not going to be enough for Z44. He does complete the tech up, but at what cost? He has nothing. Z44, he has 1.3k wood, but that's not what you need here. You need a remake. Z44 waves the white flag. And green yells there can be only one king. 50 extra population to, I believe, the highest ranked player in the lobby right now. And Hosen is gone as well. Boy strikes on the other side of the map, so 2 already gone. You didn't die first somehow. I like how you're like, whew, that's embarrassing. Ejects king. Kill me. I've got to go do some taxes. Maybe walk the dog. There's things I could be doing in my life. Why did I enter a game of Socotra free-for-all and choose a corner between 2 players as HRE? Why? Oh dear. The funny part is, by the way, guys, this map only has 2 relics every time. So it's almost pointless to go into monks. This time, the map actually spawned with 2 sacred sites, so that's going to make the late game a bit more tricky. So Faplop, is he just playing full macro? Looks like he's stacking up to try and attack Northern. It's going to be difficult, though, with the White Tower. You never played Juji before, but you got that good spawn. Just win. Okay, so I can explain what you're meant to do with Juji there. Do you want me to explain what you're meant to do with Juji there? Okay, so for a start, scout, and when you see that green is next to you, you probably want to build the outpost early, if at all, and have hand cannon slits, so you need to gather a bit of stone ahead. But that's really far out, so that option felt a bit weird. What you want to do here is actually build horsemen. Because then you could have cut the longbows and survived a bit longer. Juji, the Zhugnu is tempting, right? But against English, just building longbows is pretty much a death sentence in most games. And you are in a one-on-one where he already has like an advantage from the Abbid Kings, right? It's tough. It's not easy to win. The Meditation Garden choice was good. And the fact is you had so much food here that actually building a horseman to contest him would have been better because then you were getting all this food. The moment you start building longbows here and you never tried to contest him, you just built an outpost, you surrendered an entire landmark. You were getting nothing out of this, right? Due to disturbance. Right, that was the technical good explanation. And now I'm just going to go for the classic. Just win. Juji, man. It's weird on this map because we said they have the really good play from the Meditation Garden, but the really bad play is Rushing Castle sucks because the Shaolin Monks are worthless as there's only 2 relics on the map. It's kind of a weird feeling. Map revealed feature? We could do the map revealed. I just don't know if people prefer that because it's a generated map, right? So they're still discovering. I know. One's if people prefer the map to be revealed to them. Or rather, is it revealed or explored? I think it's explored. One's if they prefer explored. 2's if they prefer pitch black. The stone on the floor from Faplop. I believe he went for, yeah, step redown. Makes a lot of sense on this map. You're not going to be out of trade, so there's no infinite gold. And Mongols are pretty gold-heavy civ. Playing Mongols sometimes is like discovering really good quality hummus. It always comes back to hummus for me. And you go months and months of enjoying this hummus, and then just like when the gold runs out, it's kind of like you got fired from your job, and now you have to get like low budget, barely pays anything 9 to 5. You can't afford the nice hummus anymore. You can pretty much only afford to eat cardboard. That's playing Mongols on a non-trade map late game. And we're in a free-for-all, and he's massing Kashyyyks and crossbows. So the likelihood that this man is not going to get to eat hummus later is real. Could maybe at least reap it a different way, though. Oh, you mean when you eliminate? Oh, I can't do anything about that, Hosen. That's a limitation on the pack which they created. But You can just come to twitch.tv/killerpigeon to watch it anyway. Looks like we have another player down, though. Wow, DD just tapped out the moment yellow even arrived. Run, quick. Imagine the feeling here where you're like, there might be an ass about to take my kill. Not today. Fat Blob gets exactly what he needs. DD goes the way that we sometimes wish the one from Dex's laboratory would. Alright, well, that was kind of dark. So we're down to 5. Red and purple are still back and forthing here. Veneno has aged up. However, Donkelberg has a better economy, right? Yeah, 72 to 62. However, with the age up, it was a white tower, so no second TC. I'm going to say Donkelberg is probably gold? Damn, I'm on point. Gold 1. Yeah, so a few things with Donkelberg here. He's not using his 2 TCs most of the time. He ran 2 TC with China, and he has barely got more villages than English on 1 TC, right? Only 10 extra eco. And he done that very early on, so yeah. There's been a lot of gaps here. I think Donkelberg maybe didn't even add in that many Imperial officials. So Finino is the higher ranked player, guys. Remember, he was Plat, I believe we said. But I think he just kind of built this council hall and done nothing with it, right? This is just like classic English in a nutshell. Like, you know, we go to a country, we steal your Greek pillars, we bring them back and go, behold, the pillars. Like, what do we use those for? We're just going to kind of like erect them there and remind people that we're better than them. That's people that build council hall and then sit at home. He did try to pressure in fairness to him. He just never really found that all-in timing against a 2 TC China booming opponent, which is weird. Especially when you're pretty much neighbors in this map. Ugly dive out of Donkelberg. You can't just headbutt an English army with the attack speed aura like this. So easy hold. He's going to try to reboom. Nestabees are being prepped. Meanwhile, I think Purple's dead. Purple needs to buy all the flavors from the Protein Works website right now, make a mega brew of 5 liters, chug it, and hope that he gets enough muscle to hold. Because he's going to need it all. That's a lofty army. 58 crossbows and 30 camel lances from Boy. He doesn't want to go out first this time, you can tell. I think green and yellow also prepping to attack. Green, by the way, did go for 3 extra TCs behind this, which is why he is now ahead on economy. Only Fat Blob is ahead of him. Kind of surprised, actually. Yeah, Fat Blob done this very subtle 2 TC condensed, almost the point that you can't notice on the minimap. And he did go to age 4, so he's got the Karnat Palace. Yo. I think Fat Blob might have this in the bag. He just needs to make sure that there's no hole in the bottom of the bag for the cat to fall out of, right? He needs to attack. I love the fact he's mopping up these buildings. So remember, he's going to get bounty for doing that. But he also needs to consider pressuring green because green will be creeping up soon. Northern almost has saved up what he needs to go into the Imperial Age. And this should be Wingard, I reckon you can get waiver. I don't think Berkshire is necessary. He might feel it is simply because the king will be more protected. Yeah, there you go. Classic. They always go for the Barky. So let me double check. I think Fablop did get the improved bounty. We'll see when he kills this farm. Yes, look at that, guys. 75 food, 75 gold. Wait, he didn't get the full improved though, right? Because there's an extra layer that gives 75 stone. Definitely worth having at this point in the game because then you can start outpost spamming with cannon emplacements. Kind of a necessity when you play as the Mongols because remember, everyone else has these big fancy keeps. And you're the guy who couldn't afford the nice, like, villa while on holiday, so you brought a camping tent. Yo, wait, this box shit. Oh. The Hui Pow! Ooh, that's a big hit. Keshi's now riding in. He doesn't want to allow this. There might be another shot before it completes. It's already half HP. The Keshiks are going to dive. Villagers hop inside, but this is looking a bit ugly right now for Northern. He doesn't have a big army. The Keshik count is still almost 40, and the crossbow's untouched behind this. Northern is dead. Berkshire's not going to last much longer. Already down to 1.7k HP. The Keshik line has admittedly thinned, but it is irrelevant in the face of this siege. One down, one to go, right? And that White Tower can even more easily be sieged than the Berkshire. Outpost defense to try and hold on, but Northern looking pretty dead at this stage. It's a difficult situation to try to reboom. His food and gold is not that impressive. Meanwhile, Faplop doubling him in both departments. Would as well. Would you believe it? Faplop not waiting around. Northern, we pegged him as one of the favorites here. He's not even going to make a podium finish. Elsewhere, it looks like Red is striking back. Donkelberg, he's somehow always maintaining exactly a 10 eco lead over Fanino. Almost like he's BMing him, but he has no way of knowing. He's so synced up with this guy. He senses the exact villager count at all times. Faplop is looking to sync up with that first place finish spot. It's coming down to Faplop and Boy in this one. King's going to try and make a run for it, but good luck with that. As Faplop's him. He does. He got a glimpse. Sprint is going to be used to run away. Northern trying to hold on here, but there's really not much to hold on to. Men-at-Arms just got elited up. And they have got... Wait. Oh, we've got the Saint's Armor. The Warrior Monk arrived, guys, which means he's going to have to buff up. Why does the Warrior Monk... Who hurt your brain? This guy understands that torches are good, and this guy's just like, yeah, spears stab building good. Weirdly enough, that was good, though, because it was giving him the Saint's Blessing. I've never seen that before. But guys, wait. It's not over. Something ugly is happening here, and it's not the step readout not deploying. It's Boy making a move! Rohirrim Riders in. We warned about this for the Mongols, and there's no cannon emplacements! No way! Boy, like a snake in the grass! He only needs to bite once! King Cobra here. Looking to kill all kings. He's going to start killing the villagers off. Forces the garrison. Second wave is arriving. This is pretty much a spike kill now to try and take Green with you. Northern, even if he survives this, he's on life support in this game. And I'm not talking good quality life support. I'm talking welcome to the NHS, son. Oh, God. Boys, he gets him. Faplop goes out, and Northern, barely alive, holds on. But he might just be the scrappy leftovers for Boy to munch down on. Dude, what a turnaround. Are we going to get a first out into first place situation? I feel like that's where we're heading here. Red and purple definitely just bruising each other. Red might even just turn onto green, which is what is happening with this Berkshire placement. I think Boy might not realize how strong he is right now, but it will become quickly apparent. He's killed 2 players. Like, the math just lines up here. It makes a lot of sense, right? Faplop took out 1, you took out 2. It's basic maths. So you should understand he's powerful from that position. He also has to be questioning where was Faplop's army. Donkelberg did just get taken out. The dive was complete. And now there's 3. Now, the one thing that might have Boy a little bit paranoid is he doesn't know if they could be pushing the other side. He's scanned for the kings. He knows roughly where they are. I think you just send it down the center. Maybe it's the Dota player in me. And I swear I'm not the one that feeds down mid, but I just kind of want to send it down mid. GG, Dinkelberg. That was rough. Yeah. So we were saying, Dinkelberg, like, do you want some... I mean, I don't want to, like, give out, like, feedback or whatever you don't want to. I think it's nice to actually do this for people if they want to have, like, some, like, key feedback. Do you want, like, the most obvious thing? You built 2 TC and didn't use your second TC a lot. Getting used to regular villager production is one of the easiest ways to improve. If you're going to do 2 TC Song, you need to be producing out of both. Otherwise, you should have just stuck one TC, right? So that would be my clearest tip for you that came to mind. Also, if you can, just avoid building farms too early, play the berries or whatnot to delay your timing. Granaries are always expensive and you're in the middle of the map. Fat Blob just taking the little medal he can get. I had the most villagers until Pink killed me. Yeah, now you've been eclipsed, mate. It's 127 villages. The dream didn't last long. Man, look at this greediness from Red, though. Setting up additional TCs. Boys moving in. This is exactly why I live on an island. This is exactly why English people live on an island, guys. They can't kill us if they can't reach us. Camels aren't great swimmers. I see the flaw in the strategy now. Finino. Finishito. I think that... Finito. That's the word. Finino is finitoed. He's heading straight for the Berkshire. He knows. There's no hope here. Finino is going to be out, and then it's going to be between two of the highest ranking players in this lobby, Northern and Boy. There's no protecting the Berkshire at this point. Elite Camel Lance just lasts way too long. The crossbow mass is just ridiculous on the backside. And by the way, they're really tanky, but they make these boys even more tanky. Remember, the aura works in reverse for Ayyubid, so right now these Camel Lancers are going up to 9 ranged armor. The Berkshire does 14. And now it does nothing. Another one bites the dust. Tell me I'm wrong that Socotra is the way. These maps, these standard maps, are way too big. Playing Outback Octagon, I'm kind of curious how it's going to play on the bigger size maps compared to something a bit tighter. Wrong king. Get baited, mate. Could you imagine if there was an issue in the way it was coded and Regicide registered your mounted king death as the actual king death? Oh my god. I mean, it would be kind of funny. And it, you know, who is it really hurting? No one who has a soul. English players don't have souls. Someone in chat was about to go, hey KP, wait a sec. Actually, yeah, no. I guess it's kind of peaceful to play English though, right? Until you have this giant Goliath Mongol army riding your base and you're like, whew, that was close. Glad I survived that. And then a few minutes later, oh, how did camels reach my highland? And how are you going to survive? And Berkshire's at least back up, so we could get a little bit of Takeshi's castling and going across the way. In fact, with the right micro, Northern can hop each outpost into the Berkshire. He's going to need to. Wait, boy. He's losing the army. He's still with the crossbows, but the camel lancers aren't going to last much longer. The boiling oil is adding up here, as is the cannon placement. What? You've got to be kidding me. Second wave's coming. Okay, no, this is over. I was like, come back and ascend. Oh, no. No, he's... Just call it. Wait, actually, I just realized the king's not even in... Now, the question is he going to kill each outpost as he goes to try and get to the king? I mean, the thing is, you can't even go for a landmark victory here. You might as well go for the king in the Berkshire. He gets a stay of execution, so Boy has to walk away. And guys, this is the comeback. The one scout victory. No, it's done. GG gets called. Boy, what a turnaround. Biggest loser into biggest winner. Let me know what you thought of these ones, guys. Maybe we should make more of these happen. It's been a while since we've done community games. Admittedly, they didn't seem to be well received, but if I see that people are watching the videos, if I see that people are turning up the streams, I'd love to bring them back.